back, everybody, to Madden 22 franchise. I would say the New York Jets franchise, but we were fired. We were fired. The New York Jets front office owner, Woody Johnson, thought we had enough. That was it. And we're done after the loss to the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. Now, we did make the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years we were here. So we did a pretty good job building this team up, but the expectations just got to us. You know, after last year, home field advantage, getting to the AFC Championship game, and then just getting really absolutely destroyed in the AFC Championship game, but you still have those expectations. Getting to the Super Bowl, that's what we got. We play in New York, that's what it is. And we lose in the wild card round. So the failure there, they've had enough. They're going to try to go with a new head coach. They think they have enough talented team to get to the Super Bowl, and maybe they will. But you know what? We're going to find an offer, and we're going to at least make sure we are in the AFC, because I want to make sure that if we get in that playoffs, which we will, we're going to at some point see the Jets, because a little bit of revenge now. The players, you know, the drafted players I'm still fine with, but getting against the organization is what you want. So here is some job offers. We have 5 job offers available. It's got to be an AFC team. We're not taking any AFC team because we want to make sure we face the Jets, that's for sure. But before we get into the job offers, I think we should take a look and see what happened in the playoffs. I think that's a pretty good idea, just to see what goes through here, who won the Super Bowl, who got to the Super Bowl, because I don't think we're there yet. So we can get to the possible Super Bowl. So let's take a look at the playoff bracket. So, yeah, we lost the Bills. The Browns ended up beating the Chiefs 24-21. So, Browns move on. Obviously, the team that got into the Super Bowl last year, then ended up losing to the Vikings. Bengals, we saw, beat the Titans, and then the Bengals beat the Browns. Ravens beat the Bills. Ravens, Bengals, AFC Championship game was the Ravens winning, and they go to the Super Bowl. So, the Packers upset the number 2 seed Panthers. And you got the Vikings winning 30-24. Rams beating the Eagles, and then you have the Vikings beating the Rams, with the Packers beating the 49ers. So you had a Brady-Rodgers NFC Championship game with probably both of them about to retire, and Aaron Rodgers is the one to get through. So Tom Brady loses maybe his final game. We'll see if he returns. But here's the job offer. So before we get to the Super Bowl, let's take a look what we got and what team we are going to go with here with our new job. Arizona, no. New Orleans, no. Just due to the fact, like I said, it's got to be an AFC team. So we got the Raiders. They were 4-13 last year. So far, 84 defense, 84 offense, $68 million in the cap room. So that's a lot. Oh, we got the New England Patriots. That is a juicy one there. And then the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, they fired Mike McCarthy. That's a big one there. But the New England Patriots, $83 million in cap. 83 offense, 80 defense, same division. That's what we're doing. We're going to New England. We're going to stay in the AFC East. I think somebody said New England in the comments of the last video. There you go. New England. That's who we're going to be with. The New England Patriots. We're not only going to see the Jets once, but twice a year, and I'm hoping we see them 3rd time in the year in the playoffs to take them down. So the New England Patriots are the same team. We're in the same division. We're going to see the Bills again. We're going to see the Dolphins again, but I can't wait to get that Jets matchup. This just secures. The Raiders were very intriguing, but this just secures we see the Jets for sure. So we have that storyline going on. But take a look at this roster. This team made the Super Bowl in year number 1. After that, they really haven't done anything. They've really underachieved. They start off very well, and then they drop off. Mac Jones, 83 overall. He's a star development, gone down. His contract is up, so that's going to be an interesting one. But there's another quarterback that's a good possibility to come on this team that we've definitely have some possible negotiations with. So Mac Jones, I know it sounds crazy. He's only 26 years old, but he may not be retained because there's another quarterback that's possibly in the works. I like Damian Harris. I'm fine with him. He's a solid running back. The receiver core, this is where it needs, Slayton, Shepard, Aguilar. They drafted David Bell a few years ago. This definitely needs major work. I don't think any of these guys are going to stay. Tight end, Johnstone Smith is a free agent, so he probably won't stay. Offensive line isn't too bad. You got Isaiah Wynn, Awanu, David Andrews, but I think Andrews is a free agent. Shaq Mason, and Trent Brown. Now, the problem we'll see here in the free agents part, too, like renegotiating contracts, is we can't renegotiate contracts with a lot of the players due to the fact that we just got put on this team. I wish they had that differently, where, you know, the signing during the regular season, that needs to change up a little bit. I don't mind contract, possibly extensions with certain guys, but I mean, they just got to put more of an emphasis on re-signing guys in the period. They still do, but I don't think it really needs to be there in the regular season. It puts a lot of emphasis in, because if you don't sometimes if you don't re-sign guys during the regular season and you wait to the offseason, it just doesn't work. You have more of a chance to re-sign them in the regular season than off-season. But taking a look at the draft, they had the number 4 pick overall, so we got a high pick. So we definitely get somebody talented to bring into this team, because I think there's going to be a lot of guys possibly leaving. As for the MVP of the season, goes to another running back, second straight year. Christian McCaffrey wins the MVP. Coach of the year, Emmanuel Ortega for the 49ers. A little bit disappointing that they lost their first game, but happens. As for the AFC awards, Nick Chubb is your offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year is going to be DeForest Buckner. Jason Marsh right there at number 3. So now it's going to be so weird. Guy we drafted, you know, Malik Willis, Quincy Buckley, who we just drafted. Now they're going to be our division rivals. So it's going to be interesting to see them play against us here twice a year. Joe Burrow, best QB. Nick Chubb winning the best running back, obviously. Keenan Allen, your best wide receiver, just continues to do it. Even now getting into this will be the 5th year coming up. DeForest Buckner, defensive lineman. Marsh was second. TJ Watt, linebacker. DB, Levi Wallace actually wins the DB of the year. So that's going to be another interesting part. What now that they make the moves, who is going to be, who are they going to re-sign? Who are they going to get rid of? That's going to be an interesting part, too, to see how the Jets now make some moves. Malik Willis, I guarantee they will re-sign him. This will be his contract year this year, I believe. So I think they will easily re-sign him. It's just other guys, I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what kind of value. I would think Stingley, they probably would as well. But, I left him in a good position, can say that. As for the Super Bowl, the Baltimore Ravens have won their 3rd Super Bowl, 24-21 over Green Bay. Patrick Queen actually is going to win the Super Bowl MVP. So that's Lamar Jackson's first ever Super Bowl. So there you go, Lamar. And Aaron Rodgers, was that his final game? Is that it for him? Loses the Super Bowl, cannot bring another one to Green Bay, but will he come back for another year? We'll have to take a look. We'll see. So taking a look at the staff, and now we got to hire an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. So we got to bring in new coaching staff here to New England. New guys. Let's see what we got. First hire, offensive coordinator. Mike McCarthy is there, but I actually looked at it, and he is now the New York Jets' new head coach. He is the Jets' head coach. So they fired us and then hired Mike McCarthy. So that's what the Jets ended up going with. So the Jets' new head coach is Mike McCarthy, as we now look for our offensive coordinator. Just kind of seeing something that kind of matches up possibly. Cliff Kingsbury, fired from Arizona. So maybe, I don't know, keep going down the list. Jamie Rodriguez, Dan Campbell, who was fired from the Lions. It could be a possibility. Bringing in maybe Dan Campbell, kind of has that old school type thing, run the ball. But you got Sean Payton. That is an interesting one. Fired from New Orleans, didn't retire. He was straight fired. So do we bring Sean Payton to New England as our offensive coordinator? I think this could be a possibility. Let's hire Sean Payton as our offensive coordinator. So Sean Payton will be the guy, and that'll help out our offense and get an experienced guy, no doubt about it. An amazing offensive mind, that is for sure. So we bring in Sean Payton as our offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator now. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, I wish they would add a little bit more former players. I know they have them in as scouts, but I wish they had more former players as like coordinators, because that'd be amazing right now if you had, especially a guy that was used to play for the team. I think that would be, really good. I know Willie McGinnis is TV, but say Willie McGinnis is there. So That would be kind of cool to do. Roy Walker is going to be our hire for defensive coordinator. Kind of works under that 4-3 scheme. And now with their talent trees, we're going to definitely have to up it. So X Factor on the block. Yeah, we got to turn. We're going to have to obviously redo some of these talent trees. We got some points to deal with. So we got the X Factor there, and the practice makes perfect one for Sean Payton. Let's see. Defense coordinator I think is good. Player personnel, I think we might have to do discounts for the trades. Just do that one, and obviously still everything else for the head coach. So we'll have to continue to work on that and work on Sean Payton for sure, which I'm surprised he didn't have any more. Surprised he didn't have any more modifiers. Very interesting. So we get into now the offseason. So we got to renegotiate with some players. We'll see who we can actually renegotiate with, and we have the retirements. So let's see who's going to retire. And there you go. Aaron Rodgers is done after 20 years. He has finally called it quits. He is done. Harrison Smith is going to retire. Rob Gronkowski is going to end up retire. Now you're getting, even though Rodgers has been around, a while, now you're going to start to see guys like Von Miller. Yeah, since we're about to get into fifth season here, that are going to start to go. And we're going to kind of have that league turnover where all the draft players are going to come in and start to make an impact. Going down the list here, anybody else big time? I'm not really seeing. There's Derek Wolfe retires. These are guys that were kind of free agencies are retired. Robert Griffin III finally retired, so he is done. Foles retires. Clinton Dix. Aaron Lynch, I thought he retired a little bit ago. But there you go. There's your retirement list. The mock draft is up, so we'll take a look at that. I'm interested to see who they think we're going to take at number 4 now. So obviously not with the Jets, where we're dropped back in the way. I think it'd be around 24, 25 where the Jets are going to pick. But let's take a look. Let's see what they got. So they're saying we're taking a quarterback. They're thinking Cody Rivers at number 4. I don't think we're going to do that. I'm just going to tell you right now, we are not taking a quarterback because I have a quarterback in mind and kind of have a possible deal with the quarterback that we're going to go with. So we're not going to be drafting a quarterback. So it's all going to be about see who's there at 4. This right now, that's what we're thinking is going to be who's at number 4. Does it add a lot of talent, something we need? If not, I have no problem trading back and getting multiple picks. Looking at this draft class, I was looking at it. It is insane. It looks like it could be very good. So, just because you don't get somebody at number 4 and you can just drop back as there's the Jets at 24, it doesn't mean that we can't drop, way back and get a really talented player. The top guys are there, and you have teams that are willing to trade up to get a quarterback because there's plenty of teams that need a quarterback right now, and there's 3 top ones at the moment. So it's a possibility. It really depends where we're sitting at the moment. So let's get in here to the negotiations. You know what? I don't think we're bringing anybody back. Tuitt, no. Trent Brown, I would think about bringing him back. And Andrews, maybe, but we can't do anything with him. Judon, Hyde, Jonathan Jones, I think is a guy that I'm willing to be back and get him in free agency. Anybody else down the list here? I don't see it. Sean Wade, Pimpkins, and there's Mac Jones. Now, we can negotiate with Mac Jones. But like I said, I have a guy in mind, and we're going to just let him walk. Could it be a bad, should we do it? Probably bring him back. I mean, he's only 26 years old, but I think maybe just let him go. Have the guy in mind I'm going to go with. And then maybe we can draft a quarterback in like the 2nd or 3rd round maybe and go from there. So, we come through, we go forward, and now it's all about seeing what this roster looks like with guys off the roster, and we'll get into free agency. So, obviously, quarterback is huge. We'll get a quarterback. I think running back, we just need backups. We don't have any really backup running backs at all, so we need halfback. That could be a draft thing. Receiver, we're going to make some moves here in a second. We're going to get rid of Shepard. We're going to get rid of Slayton. So receiver is a must. Offensive line, we definitely have to look at. You losing a few of those guys, no doubt about it. Defensively, maybe D-tackle and a little bit of end. It's funny, George Clayton there, the guy we wanted to draft for the Jets, and he ended up being taken by the Patriots. That's funny that he is now on this team. We will play with him, a guy that we wanted to draft. Safety, probably free safety for sure. Possibly corner. I don't know about maybe a linebacker as well. We'll see. But let's try to do these moves first. So Slayton, Go around and see if anybody wants him. Colts definitely need a receiver. That's for sure. But there's no way we're getting a second-round pick for him. I just don't think so. I think third round's could be more accurate. There's no way you get a second-round pick for Darius Slay. No way. There is no way. So that works. Third-round pick acquired. Send him off to the Colts. He's already their best receiver by a lot, so that's needed for them. So we at least get rid of Slayton. I think next on the list, obviously, is going to be Shepard. I tried to look around for trades. I mean, he's a 77 overall, 32-year-old receiver. You're not going to get anything for him. I know he's a star development, but you're just not getting anything for him. Nobody was interested. We'll take the cut there. Still gain at least $2 million in cap, so we're fine. Anybody else on the chopping block here? Nelson Aguilar for sure. Same thing. 32 years old, dropping. I know we'll gain around close to 2.8 million, 2.9 million, so take him off. So that'll help out the receiving core. And now, because I think this free agent signing here, there's going to be guys that are at the receiving position. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, with that fifth-year option gone, so all those rookie receivers, this past year in real life, they might be there. We'll see how many are available. Let's take a look. Nick Chubb is going to be a top free agent. Wow, Nick Chubb is gone. Zach Martin is there. Interesting. Harrison Butker, Evan McPherson. Two kickers up there. Michael Thomas, a free agent. Let's see, we got Xavier Howard at corner. Jalen Waddle, I see right there. And the Jets are number one, of course. Of course, because we were definitely thinking about signing him. Will Fuller, who we release. Antonio Slater. There's Odell Beckham Jr. Justin Simmons. Trent Brown. Yes, Khalil Mack. Jadeveon Clowney is sitting there. That would be, I think, a good signing. Devonta Smith. Ooh. Philadelphia Eagles let him go. That could be a possibility. You got De'Ami Brown, Cooks, Cam Jordan. This is a decent free agent list, I have to say. Bradbury, there you have Mac Jones. Pittsburgh, interesting. So I'm seeing a few guys definitely I'm thinking about going with. Now, receiver is going to be the top one. Jalen Waddle, I think this is 100%. We got to go after him. He was underutilized in Miami. I think a lot of the receivers, they used Fuller and then they signed Claypool. Waddle was kind of underutilized. They have 2 first-round receivers. I can see why they let him go. So we'll try it. 5 years, around $72.8 million, $73 million. See where that puts us. That puts us at number 1. A little bit over the Jets. I don't know. We might have to up that. I don't trust that. I've said this before. I wish they had more of, I want to come play for a winner. Or I want to do this. Make sure I get enough targets. Like, they really need to put that stuff up. So we up the offer there. Now we're going to go to Devonta Smith. We're going to give him a deal. Can't believe Philadelphia just let him walk. So weird. $41 million there. Rashad Bateman is sitting here. Baltimore let him go. That's a very interesting possibility as well. Man, there is a lot of receivers here. Keep going down the list. Rondell Moore. Kadarius Toney. That's a possible another target. Jets going after him as well. That is crazy that they're going after so many receivers. Don't they have, you'd have Buckley. I guess they re-signed Elijah Moore, because I don't see him here. They let go Reggie Robertson. Oh, man. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, we'll sign him. That's crazy. They just let him go or released him because he should have still been under contract. I'm a little bit confused by that, but we'll give him a deal. He was an absolute beast for us. We'll go 3 years, about $18.5 million. 151 points. That puts us well over. So I'm thinking Reggie Robertson is going to be now a New England Patriot. That is crazy. I'm glad I went down the list. I really am, because did not expect that one. I guess for tight end, we got Widmer on the team and Donahue. We need somebody else. Hayden Hurst, kind of a veteran now, 32 years old. 74 overall, just a 1-year deal. Can still put up some decent numbers. So I think maybe we try to bring in Hayden Hurst. That'll be kind of another tight end. Everett was released by the Jets. He kind of slowed down. There's no doubt about that. So David Andrews sitting there. But you know what? We got Ryan Jensen sitting there as well. And nobody's offered him a deal. So I think let's go after Ryan Jensen. He's still an 80. He'll be an 82 overall, star development, 34 years old. Let's go over Ryan Jensen and offer him a contract, and hopefully he does sign that deal. And Jensen will give you that mean streak, that tough guy, that guy up front that can do some damage. Try to bring him in. As for end, since obviously we're in a 4-3 kind of formation, Jadeveon Clowney, I think, is a great fit. He just destroyed us a lot of times with the Browns. And I think that's kind of something else we need on this team. Make sure we have a pass rush, because obviously going to have to deal with Malik Willis now. So we're going to have to deal with 299 pretty much over our quarterbacks, him and, So we're going to have to deal with some tough quarterbacks in this division. Obviously, Josh Allen, 99 overall. I don't know what Miami do. That's going to be interesting to see. So Jadeveon Clowney will offer a deal. I don't think we're going to do Judon or Khalil Mack. I mean, I like Judon, but Matt Milano's intriguing. I've always liked him in Buffalo. He is an outstanding coverage linebacker, and he can do a lot of things. He's 31 years old, maybe a 2-year deal. So he's got, 84 tackle, 87 acceleration, 88 awareness. 76 zone. I mean, he's a pretty good coverage linebacker. So I think that's a good possibility to bring in Matt Milano. Greenard is going to be the middle linebacker for this team. He is outstanding middle linebacker, but he's not a coverage linebacker. So we need somebody on this team that can help with coverage, and I think Milano could be the deal. Also, staying in the AFC East, get a little bit of revenge on the Bills for letting you go. So we'll offer Milano a deal. So he's still got $71 million in cap at the moment. That will go down with the quarterback we're going to probably bring in here. Howard. So we got J.C. Jackson. Is that Mcgill right? So he's pretty decent. But Howard, I know it says at the bottom, if you can see at the bottom, it says Achilles tear, 42 weeks. Now, I want to bring in Howard here, but I don't know. Does that injury, is it gone? Like, will he be back? It's interesting to know what the weeks, I'm not sure how the weeks will turn out. We're going to offer him a deal. If he does not return, I don't think we'll release him. We'll just IR him and then kind of sign him to another 1-year deal, so he'll be back the next year. I think that's maybe what we do. But going down the list, you got decent corners, veteran corners that maybe bring in 1 or 2 more and maybe draft a corner. Like this is one of these positions for me you can just never have enough of. So Guidry, I liked him with us for the Jets. Kind of makes sense. A defensive-minded coach, Robert Saleh, defensive guy that played for you, free agent. I'm sure he would love to move over and help us out as well. So follow the coach. That's a thing that a lot of players do. So Guidry coming over, hopefully. Free safety is a position. We got Justin Simmons, Eddie Jackson, Micah Hyde. We got Brandon Stevens. Now, he's intriguing. Brandon Stevens, former Raven. Let's see, 91 speed, 78 zone coverage, 52 tackle. That is it, man. 78 man coverage, maybe not. Maybe we look more towards the draft for free safety. I know we could definitely probably sign Eddie Jackson or Justin Simmons. So obviously we definitely could, but I don't know. Maybe I'd go in another direction with that. Kicker, we don't have any kickers. McPherson I was thinking of, but he has got a bunch of teams after him. Harrison Butker's a very good kicker. Nobody wants him at the moment, so, guaranteed to get him for sure. We don't have to worry about that. So we'll just give him a 2-year deal, just down the money just a little bit, maybe 7.6 over 2 years. Stick with that. Need a punter, I believe, as well. Just go Jake Bailey. Let's see, got another list here. You got Hecker. Jamie Gillen, bring him up. He's the lefty punter, so that would be a, interesting thing. Don't really have the lefty punters that much. So 2-year deal for him. Let's knock this down to about $4.9 million over those 2 years. Offer him a deal. So those are, I believe, all the free agents. Now we can just advance the week. See what happens here. Do we get Waddle? Do we get Devonta Smith? Do we get all the receivers we want? Do we get anybody? You never know. I mean, you can have a good lead on a lot of these guys. You just never know how it's going to happen. So let's see. Obviously, mock draft number 4. So let's go down below. Here we go. So we signed a fullback. I did not show that one. Yanovich. So he accepts. We got Reggie Robertson. He accepts. Devonta Smith accepts. Jensen, Hurst, Waddle rejects, so no Jalen Waddle. But we got 2 receivers. We got Clowney and we got Gillian. So there we go. That's a big time free agent, pickups. That's more free agents than I've really signed ever, even with the Jets. But no Jalen Waddle. He decides to go somewhere else. So we're still up for Howard and Bucker. Howard dropped down to 6th. I'm still interested to bring him in because if that injury ends up going away near the even middle of the season, I mean, a guy like that just placed in that corner, stays in the AFC East, I think that's a possibility. Up the contract, still puts us at 6th. Interesting. It's just a 1-year deal, so I don't care about really adding the money on. It's not that big of a deal. We have a lot of cap room to deal with. 99, that puts us at 2nd. Right near with Denver, so we might have to up it just even a little bit more. This is almost going to be like a $20 million over a year. Let's see. That puts us at 1. I think we'll just stop there, and we'll keep Bucker. Wide receiver, you got Beckham Jr. I was hoping maybe to go after Rashad Bateman, but he is signed, so he is gone since we lost out on Jalen Waddle. So Bateman's gone. I was thinking maybe Beckham, but I mean, he's 32. He's dropped off a little bit. I don't know if I want to give that much money. Maybe we look at the draft. Maybe we look for a trade. There's Brandon Cook still there. He's still produced, but maybe we explore a trade possibility for a receiver. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because right now, and these other guys, they're okay. Like Quez Watkins maybe, but I'm not really... I'm not in the market for it. I want somebody I want to, somebody that's going to produce for us. I know we have Devonta Smith and Reggie Robertson that are going to do some good things, but I want somebody else that's, like, decent. So that's why I was thinking possibly Beckham. And it gives you that veteran kind of receiver. But, I don't know, the contract. Look at the Browns, number 2. I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious. There's no way in the world he'd go back to Cleveland. What did he tell Von Miller? Don't go there, something like that. So it's just crazy. Yeah, 3 years, $32 million. I mean, he's got 87 catches still. His morale's down. I think his morale would obviously go up. It'd go back to normal, so he'd be an 85. Let's just see where this puts us. Let's just do a 1-year deal, probably around $12 million, and just see where on the, where is it at? Not even close. Not even close. I think we're just going to take that off. So we're just going to take that off. Don't even worry about that. Maybe we'll explore a trade for another receiver. But the big story, the big real thing about this whole thing is who we have at quarterback. We have brought in a quarterback to New England, and we are hoping that it's going to bring another Super Bowl here to New England, and not in the future, but this year. This is a possible game-changing, well, it is a game-changing quarterback move that we are bringing to New England. Who is this quarterback? It is Tom Brady. That is right. TB12. Tom Brady did not retire. He is 48 years old, and now he is back with the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick gone. He doesn't have to worry about Belichick anymore. We're the coach. Tom Brady's back. He has decided to leave the Vikings. His contract was up. He thought he was going to retire. He did not. And Brady is back in New England. Now, this might be a 1-year deal. We're going to try to win this Super Bowl badly for Brady. Get him his 9th Super Bowl. But look what he did last year. 38 touchdowns, 7 picks. Just continue to do it. The dude is 48 years old, so now ties the record with George Blanda as the oldest player in the NFL. Had his 2 years with Minnesota, got them a Super Bowl. But Tom Brady, that's right, Tom Brady is here and is our quarterback for this New England Patriots team. What a story we got here. Guidry accepts, so that is cool. Howard did accept, and then Bucker accepted as well. So those are good news. But yeah, Tom Brady, the story, coming back to New England for one last try at another Super Bowl. What a story we got here. And especially with us taking on the Jets. Could you imagine if we get an AFC Championship game against the Jets, Brady, Saleh? Oh man, I hope it happens. We'll see. Chubb signs with the Bears. Martin there going to the Jaguars. Michael Thomas going to the Green Bay Packers. Jalen Waddle went to the Bengals. Ho, 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 man. Okay, that is probably the team to beat in the AFC. Oh, man. That's a crazy receiving core. That's absolutely insane. Wow, okay. Odell Beckham Jr. going to the Panthers. Let's see else. Himes going to the Max going to the Bucks. Eddie Jackson going to the Titans. De'Ami Brown to the Eagles. Mac Jones does go to Pittsburgh. So maybe are they done? Is that their new quarterback going forward? Cam Jordan going with the Jets, so we'll see him. Man, that Bengals receiving core is ridiculous. Rashad Bateman ended up going to the Raiders. I'm just glad I guess he didn't sign with the Jets. That's where at first I thought he was going to go. But, man, Jalen Waddle going to the Bengals as we got the draft here. So we'll go through the draft. We went through the draft. Well, not yet. We'll get to the draft here in a second. I'm not going to go through the full draft. I did do the draft, but we're going to show the picks. Just the picks, so we're not going through it twice. But we're going to try to make a trade here for DJ Chark Jr. Right now, the third receiver on this Jaguars team. We're going to offer up our third-round pick this year, fifth-round pick next year, and let's see if that gets the job done. And it does. So DJ Chark is the new receiver here to New England. So we're giving Brady as much as we possibly can. You got Devonta Smith, you got DJ Chark, but take a look at these trades. Absolutely bananas. Speaking of quarterbacks, so the Dolphins traded Tua to the Green Bay Packers for their first-round pick. So Tua's gone. He's now Green Bay. Miami trying to make a move for another quarterback. Russell Wilson is gone. They trade him to the Colts. And the Seahawks get 2 first-round picks in return, number 13 and number 18, possibly, 13 next year, number 18 this year. And they also get a 4th-round pick this year. So, Seahawks, that's much needed. Same with the Texans. Texans going to trade the Watson to the Rams. I think these trades are definitely needed for sure because these quarterbacks need to go somewhere else. They get a 1st and 2nd-round pick and that 4th-round pick for Deshaun Watson. But after that trade, the Texans would then make a deal for the Arizona Cardinals, so the Texans get up to 3 because they want that quarterback because Arizona doesn't need a quarterback. They don't need one at all. They got Kyler Murray. They're good to go. You can see our trade there with the Jaguars, and you can see who still is their head coach in this ball game. But big-time deals, quarterbacks moving all over the place. And like I said, I think Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, and even Miami, much needed. They needed to go. But here is our draft. So at number 4, we decided to keep it because Connor Hutchins, this guy looks like an absolute monster. 6'5", 290. He's an 80 overall. He's going to have 80 power moves, 80 finesse moves, 85 speed, 89 acceleration, and 99 block shedding. This guy, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep that 4th pick. I just wasn't sure. But after looking at it and looking at his, physicals and everything, it was just like, this guy has to be taken. Looks like an absolute monster. 2nd-round pick, we took right tackle Nick Binns. He's a 76 overall, normal development. Can't complain. Look at that pass block. 93 pass block, 85 run block. His just awareness is what's really cutting him down. But a 76 overall tackle in the 2nd round. Just wait till we show the rest of this draft class and even the undrafted players. This draft class, looking at my draft, you're like, that's not bad. It's not good. The rest of them are absolutely outstanding. Emilio Enriquez was their next pick. He's 68 overall. He's all right. Not too bad. Denario Stevenson, 5th-round pick, free safety movement, 65 overall. Definitely missed on free safety. So it is a position of need for sure. So we're going to have to look at that coming into the season as possibly signing guy off the free agent market to bring in because just didn't find one here. But we found Pete Thomas, 71 overall. He is a hidden dev, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 agility with 90 break tackle. He's got 85 trucking, 90 change of direction. So a very good pickup here in the later rounds, our last draft pick of this draft for Pete Thomas, 71 overall. In the 6th round, can't complain. Connor Hutchinson looks like a beast. Hutchins. So let's take a look at this draft. So the number 1 pick, Kyle Taylor, quarterback New Orleans Saints. That was much, knew that was going to happen. They needed a quarterback badly. 76 overall. He's a hidden dev. 94 throw power. Like I said, a bunch of those stats will go up. I think the morale will go up. But it looks like New Orleans has got themselves a quarterback. Number 2 pick, Lynn Collins. So the Raiders moving on from Carr. They draft a quarterback at number 2, 78 overall. He is a normal development. 95 throw power, 80 accuracy, 83. Looks pretty good everywhere else except maybe break sack and under pressure. Needs some room there. And then the surprise, Lamar Reynolds, who was a guy that was supposed to be maybe later first round. The Texans, who ended up trading him, I guess they had him in mind. They draft him. He's a 78 overall, hidden dev, 90 throw power. Doesn't have the deep accuracy, but he's got 91 speed, 90 agility. So this dude can definitely dual threat, no doubt about it. Just needs some more work on that accuracy. But they took him at number 3. We took Hutchins at 4. Cody Rivers is going to be the new quarterback at Miami, 74 overall. Obviously, the morale down 2. Hidden dev. So Miami going with him. Kind of similar to Tua. Kind of similar. But obviously they're going in a different direction. You never know. He could be an X Factor. I'm not really sure. But looking through this, Brian Fant was the guy I was thinking about taking. He is an 80 overall. Actually, yeah, 80 overall, hidden dev, 90 acceleration, 84 speed, 81 finesse moves. He looks like a beast for sure, but I'm happy with the pick, Hutchins. But Brian Fant, good pickup for Detroit. But going through the list here, you can see there's Sims at 83 overall for Denver, 84 overall Sherman for the Seahawks. 84 overall. Hidden dev, that's like one of the best rookie ratings I've ever seen. 88 speed, 91 acceleration. He's got 90 finesse moves, 77 power moves. Man, looks like Seattle's got a beast there. That's what I was saying about trading back. It's crazy. Some of these guys, it's just nuts. I'm not seeing anything lower almost than a 76 here in this first round. A lot of talented guys. This is probably the most talented draft class I've ever seen. It really is. Matthew Boyd. We'll go over Buffalo. We'll go over the Jets draft class. We'll go over the Dolphins as well. But see in this first round here, let's go to the Bills. Matthew Boyd was their first pick. Tight end, 26 overall. He's a hidden development. 6'6", 248. He'll go with Dawson Knox. 85 speed. So they'll probably be, you would think they would be running a lot more 2 tight end sets with those guys. That's for sure. Second round. Jerry Snell, hidden development, 6'4", 226 safety, 84 speed. He's got 88 hit power. Coverage not the greatest with 67 man and 70 zone, so maybe we can utilize that. We'll see if he starts. Quincy Vance, 76 overall, normal dev, 6'4", 265, 89 finesse moves, 85 speed, 87 acceleration. This Bills draft class is outstanding. 4th round pick. They take Eric Mcgill, left tackle, 73 overall. He cannot run block at all, but he can pass block. He's more of a pass blocking guy, no doubt about that. Alexander Potter, 71 overall, normal dev. Decent ratings, but hey, man, when you've got a receiver that's 71 overall in the 5th round, you cannot complain about that and round it off. But that's a really, really good draft class for the Buffalo Bills. So let's go to the Jets. What did they do? Well, let's go to the Dolphins first. Cody Rivers, we know they took. Jamar Kemp, strong safety. He is a 7 overall, 78 overall, hidden dev, 91 speed, 74 zone coverage, 74 man, 93 hit power, 93 acceleration. He already has 77 awareness. That's a really good draft pick for the Miami Dolphins. Really, really solid pick. They utilize those 2 first-round picks, no doubt about it. Marcus Tate. He is a 78 overall hidden dev. I guess filling in now, Xavier Howard is going to be gone, so they had to rebuild their corner position. Good pick there. Those first 3 picks are great, and even this one, Steven Lance, who's an 81 overall hidden dev, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Seems like you always can find running backs in the 2nd round that are like the top of the class, 2nd or 3rd round, that are top of the class and just, hidden devs that are absolutely outstanding. Christian Cunningham, he's going to be a 71 overall, 93 speed, 91 acceleration. There was another guy I was kind of thinking about taking, but obviously making the GJ's chart trade. did not worry about. But take a look at this. Buster Wynn, 78 overall, normal dev. What a draft pick. He's going to have 90 spec catch, 90 catch of traffic for a 7th round pick. That's a heck of a pick for the Miami Dolphins. Once again, fantastic draft class for them. As for the Jets, their first round pick was Clarence Townsend, left tackle. He's an 80 overall, hidden dev. Why did they take him? I have no idea. Jedrick Wills, who we signed last year, is there. Mekhi Becton at right tackle is there. There had been somebody else. Trent McDonald, 81 overall, normal dev. 91 hit power, 86 speed, 80 acceleration, 85 block shed. He'll probably start, I would think. Maybe. Probably will. But let's see who else they got. Owens, Booker. It's a decent draft class. Crosby in the 7th round. Those 7th round receivers look good. 72 overall for Leslie Crosby. Can't complain there. He's got 90 speed, 94 acceleration. So pretty good draft pick, I would say. Pretty good draft for the Jets. But can't wait to see what they got. Free agency. Now we got to add some more guys. So Jonathan Jones is still here. I'm definitely thinking about bringing him back for sure. One reason is the Xavier Howard deal. I'm just not sure if he'll be back. So we got to sign Jonathan Jones. That's for sure. Going down the list, I see Darius Slay, Kyle Fuller, these guys. And we'll look over at the free safety here in a moment. But we'll go to that in a second. But we have an idea in mind here. But going through the rest of this list, just seeing who's around, I think we maybe need another halfback. And take a look at this guy, Trell White, rookie. He's a 79 overall. Normal development, so goes undrafted. He's a 94 speed, 92 acceleration. Carrying's only 76, but he has 80 catching. So we can bring this guy in, and he's going to be your receiving back. And then we go to quarterback. So Alex Moore, this guy's just sitting. He's a superstar dev. Undrafted quarterback. Superstar dev, 88 throw power, 85 throw accuracy, 82 speed. But he's not going to have to start. We got Brady. So there's the guy that we're just, going to develop because he's just sitting there. Unbelievable. Going through the list, more of undrafted guys. Cecil Kendricks, 76 overall corner. Can't complain there. He needs major help in the zone coverage, but there's a lot of guys here undrafted. This is probably the best undrafted I've ever seen. It really is. Even at fullback, 75 overall undrafted guy. Half thought about bringing him in, but we already kind of have a fullback. Curtis Johnstone, star development, 75 overall. 6 foot 199, 94 speed, 80 zone. Needs help in the man coverage. Needs help in press, but you know what? We're bringing him in. Star development, undrafted. Can't really complain. But yeah, speaking of this, free safety, there's nobody on this free agent list. They're all just not good. So I think what we're going to do is we'll sign, I think because we signed Cecil Kendricks here, undrafted guy we just looked at, maybe. I don't see why not. But I think what we're going to do is sign Darius Slay, and then we're going to move him to free safety. I'm kind of going to do kind of a lot of times when you have an older corner, he can just sit back, make plays on the ball. And I think that's what we're going to do with Darius Slay. Move him to free safety, and he's going to be your free safety. So really, the free agent, our draft was really, I thought was decent. But man, the final undrafted free agent pickups were absolutely outstanding. And that is going to be, we'll see how all these guys turn out. Looks like we just found our backup quarterback for the future, because I'm not sure if Brady's going to last any more than this year, but that is huge. Tom Brady coming back to New England, and going to be the quarterback to try to win a Super Bowl for New England one more time, and then hopefully we take out the Jets in the process. That's going to be the real thing, and hopefully we can do that. As for the offseason, not the offseason, the preseason, more than likely will be shortened. I don't expect to really do anything for the preseason. I think what we'll do is maybe possibly show a little bit of highlights before we get into week 1 of the regular season. I think that's what we'll probably do. I don't think we're really going to play much of the preseason at all. At least show it. I'll play it probably off screen and then see how guys is. We'll go through the stats. Obviously make our cuts because now with a bunch of these undrafted free agents, you know, how many make the team, how many are going to actually play because they're deep. I mean, I would think most of them make the team and they're decent enough to possibly get plenty of playing time, you know. But we got high expectations now for this year, especially when you got Tom Brady at quarterback, especially at his age. He doesn't come here to build a team. He comes here to win. And that's what we got to do here with Brady and company this year. We're in a must-win situation, trying to get to that Super Bowl, and hopefully we can get it done this year because we have to. I don't think Brady, if he comes back for 49 years old, I mean, is he ever going to retire? Is he ever? I don't know. We'll see. But that is going to do it for this offseason. We got a new team. We got that quarterback back. And I think we're ready to go. But you guys let me know what you think of this whole offseason. Think about what the new team. And let me know in the comments below. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one.